There are certain films that stand as pillars of sci-fi cinema, and Forbidden Planet is one of them. A masterpiece from the 1950s, this film set the standard for everything that came after. But like many great pieces of entertainment from the past, I have this sinking feeling that Forbidden Planet is next on the chopping block for a remake or reboot at the hands of HOLLYWEIRD. They seem to have an insatiable need to take classic films and strip them of their originality, replacing it with glossy, CGI-heavy nonsense. But before they get their hands on this one, let's take a look at why Forbidden Planet is such a timeless gem that should be left alone. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Demon, and today we're going to look at a true sci-fi classic, Forbidden Planet. While I have nothing but disdain for Hollywood's current obsession with reboots, this film stands as a shining example of what cinema used to be. Innovative, smart, and brilliantly cast. So let's dive into the film before someone decides to turn it into another soulless remake. Forbidden Planet takes place in the 23rd century. A starship commanded by Captain John J. Adams, played by Leslie Nielsen in a rare, serious role, is sent to the distant planet Altair 4 to investigate the fate of a previous expedition. When they arrive, they discover that the planet is inhabited only by Dr. Morbius, his daughter Altara, and Robbie the robot, a groundbreaking special effects character that has since become an iconic figure in sci-fi history. Dr. Morbius explains that the rest of the crew was mysteriously killed, leaving only him and his daughter alive. He has been studying the remnants of a highly advanced alien race called the Krell, who mysteriously disappeared long before humans arrived. As the crew investigates, strange and deadly occurrences begin to happen. They eventually uncover that Morbius, through the Krell's technology, has been able to expand his mental abilities, but with devastating consequences. The invisible monster terrorizing the crew is, in fact, a manifestation of Morbius's own subconscious, a terrifying concept brought to life with effects that were groundbreaking for the time. One of the greatest strengths of Forbidden Planet is its casting. Leslie Nielsen, long before becoming known for his comedic work, plays the stoic and commanding Captain Adams with a level of seriousness that grounds the otherwise fantastical story. Walter Pidgeon as Morbius delivers a performance that perfectly captures the arrogance and hubris of a man who has delved too deeply into forbidden knowledge. Anne Francis as Altara, though her character may be dated in her portrayal, brings charm and innocence to the role, providing a much-needed human touch amidst the film's exploration of intellect and technology. Then there's Robbie the robot, who, even though he's a product of the 1950s, still holds up as an iconic piece of film history. Unlike many of the soulless CGI creations that dominate today's blockbusters, Robbie has weight, presence, and character. The practical effects work, particularly on Robbie, is still impressive today, and it's a reminder of what can be achieved with physical craftsmanship rather than digital shortcuts. And let's not forget the special effects themselves. For a film released in 1956, Forbidden Planet was a visual spectacle. The planet's alien landscapes, the Krell's otherworldly technology, and the terrifying invisible monster were all revolutionary for their time. The use of matte paintings and practical effects combined with the eerie electronic score, one of the first of its kind, created an atmosphere that feels both wondrous and unsettling. Sure, by today's standards, some of it might look dated, but there's an artistry here that modern filmmakers could learn from, if they weren't so busy cranking out cookie-cutter CGI monstrosities. This is where the bile starts to rise. I can already hear the whispers in boardrooms. Let's reboot Forbidden Planet for a modern audience. And here's why that's a terrible idea. Forbidden Planet works because it's a product of its time. Its exploration of the subconscious mind, the dangers of unchecked knowledge, and the hubris of man are timeless themes, but they're delivered through a 1950s lens that makes the film unique. Any attempt to modernize it would likely strip it of the very things that make it special, replacing it with action sequences, mindless spectacle, and a soulless rendition of Robbie the robot, probably voiced by some comedian of the moment. The original cast had gravitas, the effects were cutting edge for the time, and the story has layers that are more than just surface-level entertainment. A modern remake would likely focus on the visuals and action rather than the deeper, more philosophical themes about human nature, knowledge, and the dangers that lie within our own minds. Hollywood's obsession with taking classic films and updating them often results in a shallow, neutered version of the original. Just look at the endless parade of reboots and remakes that lack the creativity or spark that made their predecessors great. Forbidden Planet deserves better than that. It deserves to be remembered for what it was, a groundbreaking piece of cinema that pushed the boundaries of special effects storytelling and science fiction. Forbidden Planet stands as one of the best examples of what sci-fi cinema can achieve when it's driven by imagination, creativity, and a desire to explore deeper themes rather than just blow things up. The cast is superb, the effects are impressive even today, and the story resonates in ways that modern filmmakers seem to have forgotten. But mark my words, HOLLYWEIRD will probably get its greasy paws on this classic sooner or later, and when they do, we'll be left with another hollow shell of what was once a true masterpiece. I'm Snake Demon, and this has been The Snake Pit. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where I won't read them.